Hello and welcome to our Offsite Construction Series here on Offsite Dirt. I'm your host, Audree Grubesic. This channel is created so that we can talk about trends, construction, technology, and of course manufacturing in the offsite solutions world of what we are here to talk about with construction. We have some special guests from Wesco International, the Executive Vice President and General Manager of Electrical and Electronic Solutions, Nelson Squires, along with our in-studio guest, Kent Anderson, the Senior Business Development Manager of the Manufactured Structures Group. Welcome to both of you. It's great to have you here.
Thanks.
We're going to kind of jump right in to what you're seeing is the biggest challenges for a manufacturer and what's being faced out there right now in the industry. What are you seeing, Nelson?
Thanks, Audrey. A great question. There's just so much going on right now where we certainly have unprecedented demand, but we're also facing two dynamics that are very significant and really require a lot of effort to overcome. And that is the supply chain challenges. We're seeing that in our daily lives, trips to the grocery store, empty shelves, et cetera. It's all across the spectrum. But beyond that, it's skilled labor. Skilled labor is at an all-time demand, and it's in short supply. And so we are certainly working on ways to solve those issues, and we'll certainly give you some more color on that. A lot of things that we're doing, starting with a global supply chain that we manage every day. The company has north of $2 billion in active inventory available for our customers. And so what we want to do is offset some of that risk for them and help them get their job done. There's also a lot of technology coming and things that we're doing specifically to help the offsite industry. And maybe I'll turn it to Kent to add some more color on that.
Yeah, Kent, what are you seeing in the industry? What are some of the challenges that you're seeing?
Absolutely, the same thing. It's an echo of what Nelson just said, because I was just at a pretty large trade show for builders earlier, and the comment that people were making was, "Don't talk to me about anything new. Just give me what you owe me." Right. Deliver what you have promised me already. And I think that just resonates completely across the construction industry, regardless of whether you're commercial, residential. It doesn't really matter, even down to specialty. So it's really important that you have that partner that can bring that inventory to you and give you the opportunity to shift and pivot when necessary on different vendors and supply bases.
Agreed with you totally. And I'm seeing that too when I look at projects or I'm talking with developers or builders in any kind of forum right now. Really the biggest thing is, how do I get my stuff?
Absolutely.
How do I get my stuff?
That's the best way to put it.
And it's great that Nelson also brought up the point about labor and skilled labor and those challenges of what we're seeing there too, and trying to bring this whole bucket back together again, because of what we've really went through with the last couple of years with COVID has really impacted all of us.
Absolutely. And when you look at the skilled labor situation that we have, right? I mean, we have an aging construction worker population, an aging trade worker population, and really just not enough people to fill those roles. So it's really imperative that across the spectrum, everybody look for opportunities to get their job done, get their projects built, and use different methods. And I think the modern methods of construction, modularity, modularization, and offsite construction are going to lead into that quite well.
Oh, I completely agree with you. What emerging technologies do you see in this industry, and how might it change the way construction is done?
Well, I'll start with that one, certainly. And emerging technologies are really around, again, this whole concept of supply chain resilience. And we are working to digitize more parts of the supply chain than ever before. And so it's things that are as routine as EDI, but it's also demand planning that's automatic, that we've put up in the cloud to basically manage our supply chains for us, to make sure we're ordering the right products at the right frequency at the right time. What that does for our customers is it unloads risk from them onto us, and we're willing to take on that risk. We see ourselves as a solutions provider, not just a distributor. And so owning that supply chain, doing things like kitting and staging, and being able to deliver same day, next day, are really things that have increasingly more importance. And with the rapid pace of activity picking up even more demand for that than ever before.
I agree. I love that you guys are thinking about the future of how to help these problems. And I love that you're talking about digital and automation and being able to service your clients. How are your clients responding? How are they seeing things change for being at Wesco International?
Well, I think people are seeing things change, as we move towards more digital type platforms, providing more service-based opportunities from managing inventories and that kind of thing, and making sure that you know where your inventory is. We have so many things available to us today. We have Find My Phone, and we can track where's our cab at the moment,
Right,
and where's
yeah.
my food, where's my Domino's pizza. Well, who doesn't want to know where their load of 2x4s is,
Yeah.
or where their specialty equipment and electrical that's going into their building is? And so there are great opportunities to take advantage of some amazing technologies out there for asset tracking and other things. And really, as Wesco moves further into the whole Internet of Things transition, and we see all these devices start coming out, I think we're well positioned to bring our customers into the future.
I love that. And we're really talking, electrical is so huge. And I'm hearing when I talk with my developers, they're even just trying to get it from the border here. And then, like you were saying, it's so great that you guys are now creating this tracking system and having this online service, because people want to know things fast.
Absolutely.
Right? There's
Absolutely.
no more waiting.
They don't
You
want to
have
wait.
to hurry up and get me my information.
Yes.
And to know where it's coming. And I think the bigger piece is, as a society and even in the building and construction industry, we're willing to have that communication and talk. But as long as we are talking and we have the communication and knowing, hey, you know what, we've tracked it, we know it's not going to be there for another month, but just knowing that it's going to be there in another month and having that communication is huge, because everybody's missing. It's so fragmented right now. Everything is fragmented. So it's nice to know that you guys are thinking forward. You're taking these steps to be online and open up this communication. You see a real need for the end user, which is your client, and making sure that they're getting taken care of, right?
Absolutely. And it doesn't stop with just the electronic communication, right? We still have the best people in the field, the best people sitting behind the desks, behind the computer screens, that are working every day to communicate with you, because, we say, what is it we say in the offsite construction industry? It's 3 C's, right? Collaboration, collaboration, collaboration.
It is, it is. And I know you guys have a whole nother, you have a huge portfolio of products, and I don't want to just, talk about the electronic part, but it is pretty amazing when I look at your corporation, how enormously big your corporation and the thousands of people that work for you. And I love, Nelson, that you're here with us and being able to take some time out of your day, especially in the position that you are with the company. I want to know what kind of value you guys bring to the offsite construction industry.
Yeah, it's a great question, and we've touched on some of that, but I try to expand on that by talking about, for example, engineering services and capabilities. We have now online capability where, working with you or working with a customer, scoping out a project, we can actually get real-time recommendations from our own system. So it's not just taking an order and coming back with a price. It's building a better kit for you, better capabilities for you, and giving you solid recommendations from a safe and reliable standpoint that you can use and really take that to your bottom line.
That's incredible that you guys are moving all the way into that sphere. It's crazy, right?
It is, but the way that programs are coming at us today, that's so much of what it is, right? But this is a piece of machinery that's doing some amazing calculations and data tabulations for you, that's going to spit out information that you didn't have before, right? You just didn't have access to it.
Yeah, and being able to offer that to your end user, being able to be the manufacturer and setting the standard and being able to create that is mind-blowing. And it's awesome to see that you guys are way ahead of the curve.
Well, we are. I really truly believe that we are, and we have just set the company, and people like Nelson and our other leadership has just set the company on a great strategic path for that capability.
It's amazing. It's amazing. What should we know about Wesco, and what is the size and scope of Wesco?
Well, we are a very large international company with sales around $18 billion in US dollars. We operate in 55 countries around the world, which is incredible. So we can follow our customers just about anywhere. The majority of our business is in North America, primarily United States, Canada, Mexico. But again, we have global reach. We have thousands of key suppliers. Our business specifically, nearly 100,000 customers. And so what it gives our customers is unparalleled access to technology, to capabilities, real time. We can follow you wherever you go. We have in excess of 600 locations that we operate from. And so, again, as I mentioned before, our goal is to be there today or tomorrow if you need us. And utilizing the technology that we have, and we're going to continue to invest in this. One of the things that we've been able to do, and we came together with Annixter, which was another large company about 18 months ago, is it's brought us unparalleled capabilities and a strong financial backing that we can continue to invest in the future. So we're going to be there for the long haul for our customers.
Kent, being that you're in new business development, how are you seeing things from where you started to where you are now?
Oh, it's tremendous changes, right? I've been in the industry for quite a while. I don't want to say how long, but for a while.
Yeah.
And, things have evolved over time, right? And especially when you think about the modular or the off-site construction concept, right? So it was probably 2014 when a large hotel flag came to the industry and said, we think this has possibilities, right? And it sort of started a movement, you might say. And so today we see all kinds of opportunities with offsite construction that can range from the manufacturer that's building a full volumetric modular to the electrician that is building 1,000 sub-assemblies in his shop to take out to a job site. That's still part of the offsite construction market. And I think, from a Wesco perspective, and we have grown tremendously since I started with the company. It's been amazing to watch and to be a part of. And I think one of the things, though, that we've been able to maintain is we still maintain that local presence. Because, yes, we have that global reach. We have that, kind of that big muscle that goes behind us. But it's still those folks that are working every day, and within our group, I think we've got some pretty heavily tenured people in the industry, and I think through the eyes of experience can still come great innovation just the same.
And I think it's great that you do touch on that people have been with the company and the corporation for so long. Being an international company and having reached in so many different areas, it's nice to see that you have that growth, you have that organization, you have the support behind you. But especially, I'm going to talk about offsite construction for a second.
Sure.
I think that you and I met a couple of months ago. We were at it was a Denver Expo, and it was for Modular Building Institute. And it was great because when I was there, the amount of new factories that are going in and the amount of people that are starting to see the expansion in here, you have different reaches for not only the manufacturer, but like you were saying, also the individual that might have the corporation that also needs these services. When we're talking about offsite construction, and we're seeing it in modular, and we're seeing it in the manufacturer route, is there a specific area that you guys want to maybe be more involved in? Is it more the volumetric? Are you seeing more growth there? Are you seeing more on the manufacturing side? Do like in that space, which one are you seeing a more impact on?
Well, I think we're seeing impact a kind of across that spectrum, right? Mm-hmm. As people begin to look for, what does this mean for me? What can it mean for my business? How should I attack this? Who can I work with that can understand what I'm trying to do, right? And so I think that we have customers across the spectrum. So we see a tremendous growth in the volumetric part of it, right? There's been a tremendous growth in that. You're right. We've seen several new factories with, there were probably half a dozen that got put on the shelf
right.
as 2020 happened, and now it seems like those are coming back to life. We're hearing those start to kick back up again. But then I think too that, people are looking for some answers. Like, how do I transition from being a purely on-site builder, developer, and owner? How do I get into the off-site space and take advantage of the different opportunities that are out there? And I think truly companies like Wesco, as we work with customers, we can show a great value to them and help them navigate what is it's challenging world, no doubt.
Yeah.
Nelson,
yeah, how are you seeing the industry and the off-site solutions?
Yeah, it's great comments from both of you. And, one of the things that is important, and Kent said it, is while, yes, we're a large global company with nearly 20,000 employees and operating in 50 plus countries, we're still a local business. And it's important for us to be near our customers and where they're operating. And if you look at Offsite, we've been involved for 4 decades in this space. And so for me, I think it's a great harmony to bring the strength of a large company and the resources of a large company, but then have the specific mind share and capability with people like Kent and his team and our whole manufactured structures business, where they're dedicated to that customer space. But again, they've got the backing and the financial support of a large company behind them. So I really believe it's the best of both worlds for our customers.
And I have to commend you about that, because I do think that is really important, because being a large corporation, sometimes we forget that hand-to-hand shake and that face-to-face conversation, and that really does matter. And I think it matters especially now in everyday life, especially with all the challenges that we're going through with COVID and how we have this separation. It's nice to see that you guys are, coming back to where we really began, which is the conversation of, hey, how you doing? And we can help you, and we want to be a solution provider. So it's nice to see that you guys are, doing it the right way.
Well, thanks very much. That's what we hope for.
Yeah, absolutely. So Nelson, being that you're with the company and in your position and you get to see it at high level, what's the vision of where you guys are going with all of this technology and being able to take care of your clients at this amazing level? How are things at your level being in this big organization?
Well, it's very exciting, first of all, and it's amazing how many projects we have ongoing to further strengthen our capabilities. So not only building out digital products, and for us, digital is more about enablement. Kent touched on the fact that there's a lot of we're seeing generations move through industry, and we need to build capabilities that are long lasting, that allow our people to do what they do well, but things that we can master through digital technology. That's exactly where we have to continue to invest our money. We look to continue to expand. We want to be bigger. We want to be a larger provider across the markets that we operate in. And so we're continuing to look for opportunities to invest both organically and through further acquisitions. The goal being a stronger, better enabled solutions provider for our customers. So again, very exciting times for us at Wesco.
So with that is our latest connection with Wesco International. I'm so thrilled, Nelson. Thank you so much for being here with us. I know your schedule is super busy, but we're so delighted.
No, thank you. This has been great, and thank you for your interest in our business and our industry. It's great, and we hope to continue to do more. And again, we're here for our customers. We're here to overserve our customers and help them through these challenging but opportunistic times that we're in today.
And thank you, Ken. It's great that you came all the way out to the Windy City to hang out with us in the studio today. It was just a pleasure having you here.
Audrey, it has been great to be with you. Thanks for giving us this opportunity. We certainly appreciate it, and we look forward to having more conversations about offsite construction.
There's exciting things happening for Wesco International. We're certainly happy to have this conversation. Thank you again for being here on the Offsite Construction Series. I'm Audree Grubesic, your host, and that's the Dirt.